Alright, so my tablet has been having a hard time recording, and this is like my third time making this little tutorial here. I don't know why, but the first time I just messed up. I had to do it again. The second time I just recorded this on my tablet, and it just died for no reason in the middle of the recording, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. So this is going to be Why Do Today, What You Can Do Tomorrow. Really good song by Cullum. He doesn't do it on a CD or anything. It's just on one of his live concerts. He wrote the song, but I don't know. I guess his manager or producers, I don't know, whoever is telling him what to put on a CD, maybe he didn't like it enough. Never made it to a CD, but it's a really good song. He does it on, like I said, live at Blenheim Palace concert. It's a good concert. So he does the song on the second fret capo. Might be the third fret. I actually can't remember. I think it's the second, but if it's the third, doesn't matter. I mean, you just put on the third and then you still play. It's all the same frets. You know, like, oh, this is 2. You slide it up. Okay, well, this is still 2. Like, you know, the next one's 2. So it doesn't make a difference. Note though, if you are playing along with me, or if you're planning on playing along, I don't know if anybody does that, but sometimes it's kind of like, you know, nice to mess around watching the video. I am actually tuned to E flat for no reason whatsoever. So, I'm in drop D tuning, first of all, and if I play a chord, that's going to be something like an F or something, isn't it? Yeah, so it's going to be F. And it should be F sharp, but it's tuned half step lower than normal. It's weird. So if you're playing along, just push your capo on the first fret to play along with me. But if you want to play it how he actually plays it, you'd put it on the second fret. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. The song is it's repetitive. I like to explain it. There's kind of like 2 verse parts, a pre-chorus and a chorus, and then it does that exact same layout again, like same chords, same way it's played. I mean, it's exactly the same. You play it halfway through the song, and you could just like click loop and play it again, and you'd play the second half of the song. So it's super easy. And then the ending is essentially the verse, the first half of the verse. So I like to describe it like this: the first half of the verse is 5, 5, 4 on the top 3 strings. Really only play the top 2 strings. If you hit the 4th, that's cool. But later when he goes up here, if you play the 4th, sounds really bad. So try to play the top 3 strings the whole time, except for the pre-chorus, and we'll get to that. But just during the verses, play the top 3 strings, and it's. I have the hardest time with that little pull off. Don't know why, just do. So what I'm doing here is I'm on 5, 5, 4, and then 3, 3, 2 on the top 3 strings. And then obviously that one's kind of open, and I try not to hit these. The 4th one's okay sometimes, but like I said, just stay away from it for now. And then obviously the hammer-on from the 4 to the 5, and from the 2 to the 3, and then the pull-off from 3 to 0. You can obviously just hear that and just use your pinky in there. So it's like hammer-on, right? Open. Right, those are your hammer-ons and pull-offs, obviously. That's all on the 3rd string. I mean, if you can't, and I don't know, if you have a hard time with hammer-ons and pull-offs and stuff, I mean, it's like not a big deal. Just jam on the chord. Can't really tell. So that's the first half of the verse. The second half is identical. You just move everything up 2 frets. So instead of playing here and here, you play here and here, and it's the exact same. Right? It sounds kind of like a boring song, obviously describing it, but it's really good. And if you listen to it and get the words and stuff, and I don't know, sing along something, really cool song. Right? You're just here. So you're keeping that same formation. It's essentially like an E chord formation if you were to play it right here, like ooh, E, right? You keep that formation, but you're playing it on the 1, 2, and 3 strings. And you're playing it on the 1, 2, 3 strings on the 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, and then 7, 7, 6, 5, 5, 4. Boom, golden. That's the first half of the verse, obviously, here and here. And the second half of the verse is here and here. Simple as that. And then to go to the pre-chorus, it's, you know, right? And, little note, you do that twice. You do twice, and you do twice. So on the second one of these, you're here, right? And you step down. So obviously you're in the 5, you go 4, 3, 2. You got 2, 2, and then open, 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 open. And that's just essentially an E minor 7 chord. It's like the pre-chorus. And it goes to essentially what would be an A suspended 7. Step down again. 4, 3, 2. Alright, so it just repeats again. Here on the third one here though, it goes step down. And it goes right, 2, 2, and then all open, and then 2, 2, 1. So it's a minor major, and then all open, and then 2, 2, 2. And then all open. And then you just hit that A again. And then it goes to this D chord, which is essentially a D suspended 4th, but the major third is still in there. And that is open, open, 4, open. I did it again. No, that's right. Okay, last time I called it like a 5 for no reason. Open, open, 4, open, 3, 5. And this is that 3, 3, 2 again. Up. And then it's that 5, 5, 4 again. Does that twice, and that's the first half of the chorus. So, you know. And then here it goes to essentially, I guess, a D minor 7, 9, 11, something like that. And it's open, open, 3, open, 1, open. You get a little step up here on the E string here, or D string, whatever you call it, to the 2nd fret. And you go to that 5, 5, 4 again. And you do it again. This time you don't have a step up. You just hang on this. No step up. Right? And then you do it again. And on the third time you do step up again. So right? And this leads us, and that's essentially the ending point of the mid, right? Whatever you call that. And then you play from the very beginning of what I just said. You just play that whole thing exactly identical to how we just did it again. So it's like you get halfway through the song, you're like, oh, I just played exactly the same. Piece of cake. And then the ending, like I said, is just like a verse. So I'll say you're doing this for the second time. So your second time through the song here, right? And this is the third one of these. So you're stepping up on the last one. And then normally, you know, you'd be like, well, where do I go? Because all I know is to repeat. And essentially that's all you do. Just do this. So it sounds like you're repeating. But you're not, because so it's still the same. That's how it ends. So it does that twice, but instead of continuing to strum around on this little, I don't know, F chord or whatever this would be, you just hit the first 5. You don't, I mean, you could hit that. Not necessarily a fan. I just like these. And you can, just up to you of whatever you hit. Sometimes you mess up and you just like, oops, that's all of it, or you just hit all of them, you know. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's it. So it's like I said, it's a super simple song. And you gotta just break it down into first part of the verse, like here and here. Second part's here and here. And you got your little E minor to the A. You do that twice again. And you get the E minor and you step up and then to the A. And then you got your chorus, which is like here, here, and here. You do that twice. And then you got the second half of the chorus, kind of like the ending thing that brings you back to the verse again, which is here and here. And you do that 3 times. And then you do that whole thing over again. And then the end, you're like, da, 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 da. And you just hit that. It's like super basic layout. But it's a really fun song. It's good. Kind of slow, obviously. But I don't know. It's a good song. So that is what I do today. What you can do tomorrow. Side note, my favorite word he uses in that song is procrastinating. And I don't know if he's saying today I'll be procrastinating. Like he's procrastinating and it's procrastinatoring just to make it up. But I think he's saying procrastinatory, like he's describing the act of procrastinating. Like I am feeling procrastinatory. It's a made up word either way, but that's really funny. I just think it's funny. But that's how I do today, what you can do tomorrow. And be sure to check out some of my other videos.